Post Office Creek sits within the Waipaku township and is fed from the tributaries to the north of Waipaku, and it feeds into Hawkesbury Lagoon, which then runs out to sea. It's a mixture of an urban environment with the Waipaku township, and then it's also got rural farmland surrounding it. Some discussions were had in our East Otago Catchment Group Committee about the potential for a project with the local school, utilising it as a learning opportunity with the kids to go down and taking some simple measurements for them to try and gauge what the water quality of the creek is like over a certain period of time.
It came about through, I guess, our teachers had a planning meeting. We started looking at a focus of where we belong, as a school and as a community. And so we were looking around at our natural environment and looking for a way to engage the kids in understanding where they're from. What we think is really important is students to have a good sense of belonging, knowing, having their place or their tūranga waiwai, if you like, in the world.
We liaised with the local runaka, Kati Hurapa, and they were really keen to be involved as well. Since then we've been doing water monitoring every month using different methods with the children to help them try and gauge an understanding of what the water quality is like. So at the end of the project they can make some conclusions using the data that we've gathered.
Can you see it? Can you see it? Can't see it there.
No.
So every month we went out and we tested the water temperature at 3 sites, and we also did clarity tube readings at 3 sites. And then every second month we grabbed samples and did chemical testing. So we were testing for phosphorus, E. coli, nitrogen and sediment. We also did a day where we had set fish nets and eel nets, and we did eDNA testing as well.
I might need a hand here, Craig.
There's so much! Why do I want there's leeches in here. How did you do that? Damn.
They're not going to stay in there.
Hello, Mr. Slimy. How do you do this job? This is scary.
Just watch out for those eels there, guys.
They're
like little snakes. They probably are snakes.
Why do I want
Freshwater snakes.
It felt like a little slimy. This one felt like a type of slime that's all squishy.
So that slime keeps them healthy and safe. So because eels, they can actually leave water when they need to. So if a pond or a creek they're in's drying up and they can crawl off, or sometimes they just crawl off to find food, and that slime keeps them wet when they're out of the water.
They're just scary.
You don't know where eels go when they're ready to have kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep, we've just set a couple of hinake, and we've just tried to see what's in Waipaku or Post Office Creek. We hardly could pick up the net without fear of ripping it, and it was just chocker with a tuna or a longfin eel. So really cool to see.
Riker did an inquiry on eels.
Yeah, well, it's been known in the past to be one that people have commercially eeled in. So really good to see that populations are still good, despite probably some not great water quality, and also that it's probably been harvested pretty hard in the past.
Tell us, we're going to get the results, and it's going to tell us all the living things that live in the creek. What do you think might be in there? What do you think could be in there? Definitely eels. What else? Fish. Yeah. It's also going to tell us anything that's living on the edges of the creek as well.
So with 3 macroinvertebrates, they get a score out of 10, 10 being they're only found in pristine habitats. or they get like a 1, which means they'll be found in a mud puddle.
Mayfly it is. We think that big one is this because it has the same sort of tail.
Okay, what number are they?
1, and 4.
1 and 4.
You got a spider on you.
Can I get you to just have a think about with the creatures that you found, what sort of quality do you think the water is? Is it poor? Is it okay? Or is it good?
Okay.
What would you say?
Pretty good.
Give me your thumbs. Is it great? So-so? Nah.
All of these results and data that the kids have been gathering will hopefully create a picture for them of what the water quality is like in the catchment.
The hardest thing really is finding something for the kids to be involved in doing. They can do a lot of reading and learning about the environments and about the specific waterways, but have them actually doing something or contributing to a project has been fantastic. So just to have them understand that when they check the clarity on the water or the temperature of the water on a stream survey, that data gets used by the whole group. That's a strong way to connect learning.
Little fish you're not really meant to touch because they're quite sensitive and you can squish them and all kinds of things. So does anyone know what this is?
Agua. It starts with a G. G-A-M.
This is a bully. a common bully.
I'll make it head on that side. He's going to be famous. It doesn't like to be famous.
Thank you.
One of the great things about this project is that it has been a real collaboration with the school, which contains kids from Waipaku township, so from an urban environment, with rural kids as well from farms.
Teresa, can you do the temperature for me?
I don't know.
We've also brought in Jenny from Enviro School.
It's skink or lizard. That's their tiny feet. It's long and skinny.
We've got members from the Runaka working with us, so it's been a real great collaboration between all these different organisations, which has been awesome.
Lots of rocks. So we're looking for sediment. Sediment's like mud. So is there lots of rocks that you can see, or is it lots of sediment and mud? But just a little bit where it's hitting the water. I think it just allows the kids to connect with the stream, so it allows them to interact with nature, find out what lives in here and how the ecosystem works together, and these interactions that provide the kind of framework for learning more about the environment. And they've been really interested and had a great time, I think.
Oh yeah, so it's over the...
It's pretty excellent, isn't it?
Yeah, that is good.
It's pretty clear and site 2, and site 1's a bit dirty. And there's a lot of eels in here. When you drink it, you want nice clean water and to keep the animals alive.
Yeah, and you can probably go swimming in clear water, but in dirty water, like can't really see the bottom.
Keep it clear with no people littering in it.
Kia ora, I'm Nikki and I work for Kati Huirapa Runaka down the road, and my role is to teach the tamariki about our tohu and our rohe. So tohu are our significant landmarks, so that's our main mountains at an area. So right in front of the kuta we have our three mountains, or our moka, so we call it, and then we have our awa, which is Waipaku. So our tohu are our significant landmarks, so that's our main mountains at an area. So right in front of the kuta we have our three mountains, or our moka, so we call it, and then we have our awa, which is Waipaku. So our It's important for our tamariki to learn about significant tohu that are around us when we're on the awa, and we're doing the mahi on the awa to protect the awa. And also giving our awa a mihi before we even go out and do a work, and making sure that our tamariki know that they are kaitiaki of our awa. Ai. But worried that one, isn't it?
I think the waiata and the creation of the karakia and just have the runaka involved has just added a whole nother element of understanding and learning for the kids.
If we can say, hey, this is where we live, this is our area, this is our stream, Waipaku, and then learn about some of the history of Waipaku, gives them a sort of sense of ownership and that sense of belonging, which in turn creates a sense of safety.
The data collecting with the kids went really well, and I've seen as the time went on, it was really good. The kids became familiar with terms like sediment and water quality, and they could kind of start picking up on looking at a creek and make some initial assessment themselves as to whether that looks like a healthy creek. Personally, it's been just great seeing that their knowledge has grown in that space, and I'm looking forward to maybe more projects in this area in the future.